And there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
Very highly regarded going into the draft. It was a surprise that he lasted until the 5th round. I was there in Green Bay and witnessed the whole thing happening. But he has a great chance to prove his doubters wrong. I think he's going to a great situation. We know he's incredibly accurate, completed over 74% of his passes in his final season in Colorado. And what I like the most, his attitude, handling what happened to him during the draft process. Now he has a chance to be the guy in Cleveland.
To throw is Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Sanders to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early, but now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
33 yards that time.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Fields going to change things up here.
Let's go.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 6 yards away. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a yard. On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Sanders forced out to his left. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Ready, check. 19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant. There you go, stop. Lions.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up second down. On play action, here's Shador. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's third and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action, it's Sanders. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
Breece Hall, 65 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never been an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Smith to return it. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Off play action, Fields. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
First carry here for Kene. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And it's complete to the right side, it's Allen. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son. 222, 222. Go.
To throw is Fields. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to... out to 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Now Flacco. That's going to be caught by Judy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Flacco, off play action. This short pass into the hands of the Njoku. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Flacco will take to the air again. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run, it's Judkins. Gets through, and now an opening. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Because they'll stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now it's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for two.
The Browns will line up.
Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. Good. Go.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Fields. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Jets take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Jets 29, Browns 9.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
It'll look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
This is Judkins.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
16 more on that one and another first down.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now Fields.
Out to his left.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and pointed towards the target downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right.
This is Wilson on a jet sweep.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ballgame. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Going to look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
He's looked really, really sharp. Here's Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, That's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A 6-yard loss.
In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Here's the Jets punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And the Browns first down.
First down, here's Jenkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Play action, Flacco. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Don't jump. Ready?
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns take over once again at their own. 37-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 36 yards. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now Flacco will lead them up as they're going to go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out now come the Jets.
At their own 20-yard line.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Well, probably not. They're still in fantastic.
There he goes, left side. Breece Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Now Folk for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And the Browns first down.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
10 yards to go.
Passing play. Flacco. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Browns.
Here's Flacco. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Once more, it's Flacco. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Operating off play action, Flacco. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, The effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
Now home to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Running left, it's Hall. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Man, 222 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For another Jets. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Through the middle of the field. And down to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now they'll fake it here on the end around and instead look to throw. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
The Jets will line up for a three-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this out to the 25. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flacco looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe
under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last gasp for Flacco. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run now for Kyle Williams. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's caught. Puka Nacua. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Davis now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And when you see Justin Herbert, all you think about is he's easily one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make every throw, knows how to think his way through every game, and now the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch in the opening drive. Now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Now a deep one for Johnston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Quick throw there is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Returnable here for Davis. We're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Jet sweep. This is Johnston. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
4 yards.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Lion.
Quick throw here to Johnston. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now a run. Here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
That's another.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Set. Go.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Herbert. He's got another one for Johnston. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Yards on the play. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st down.
Herbert back to the air. Oh,
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to throw. Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second down at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Here's Stafford.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a third down.
And it's third down.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua from 19 yards away. And the Rams are back within a couple of the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Hold the trips right. 21. Hey, Catholic. Crowd right. 5'9".
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
380. Cut.
Now it's Herbert. Rolling to his right. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 33 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So two successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Yeah, good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six in the Charger team.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. So the completion good for just 3.
To number 17.
And that's going to bring up second down.
A gain of 3 brings up second down.
Now it's Stafford.
24-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Quentin Johnston. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Baylor Tiger.
The final shot before break. Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brand.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. Oh, nifty juke there. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it's 2 in a row. If we hit 3 in a row, because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
From the 50, here's Herbert. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gap. You can break out, or you can break in, and it's hard to defend. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Adams, the man in motion left. Again, it's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. This one finds McConkey.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Herbert back to the air.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready, run!
Herbert. Fight under pressure now, and he's going to go down. second and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Second and goal. At the Rams.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a third and goal.
It's third and goal.
Back to throw. Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. 11 yards, but still not enough. Fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
380. Home troops right.
His way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chargers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Well, this is where it pays to have a quarterback you can trust with the ball in his hands. Normally you want him throwing, or at least trying to make this an option. But here, this is a straight run, a QB draw, and he reads things perfectly and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell.
Complete to Atwell.
Now Stafford's going to move him around. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games
On Herbert, his third interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Rams. Touchdown. Puka Nacua with his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
24-yard line.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
Your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harris.
Complete to Najee Harris.
Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
Brings up second
and it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Stafford now to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He finds his target Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
They'll check this one down to Hampton. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we go orange. 21.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Back 80, block. Hey, ram. 5-9, 5-9. Motion. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. Touchdown, Chargers. Omari and Hampton from 3 yards out. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And the pass falls incomplete. So 5 seconds remaining now in this first half.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
Good move. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, and the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the talented young man took over as a full-time starter week 6 of last season, showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Oh, a nice spin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Second and 10. Here's May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing here is May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Stevenson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry from 6 yards away. And the Patriots put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
to kick off for New England.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On the return is Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw with May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
2nd down and a yard. We're going to throw. May. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
ETN once more.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron. Here we go.
A give to ETN running right.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
44-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, they get off on the snap. They timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
Here we go, sit up. Hey, what's up?
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. May.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And they go play action with May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now Lawrence.
Got a man. It's Brown.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
7 brings up 2nd down at the Patriots' 47-yard line.
On the counter, Etienne.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the move to his left. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's good for another Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
All right, let's go. Focus, all right? Take right open. 11, 30 left. Go, let's go.
Lawrence will throw.
Thomas has got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Etienne up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Hey, lock. Son, go. Hey, kill. 13, loop. Think right open. Hey, I'm gun.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So halftime is upon.
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to raise that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
At the 34-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
2nd and 11 now.
11, Agate. Hey, go. Think right.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff right left is ETN. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Man, and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
At the 33-yard line.
Back to the ground with ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
On first down, right back to ETN.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now 2nd and 3. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Jaguars first down. Let's go. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter from 4 yards out. And the Jags are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just saying, no, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On play action, May.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New England.
Play action, May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
Jaguar pressure and Jaguar sack. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To the air, May.
Rolling to his left.
It's incomplete to Butte.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
May now off the bootleg.
Steps away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's May. Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Throwing here is May.
Dancing to his left. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll throw with May. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
A 27-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Lawrence.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Johnny Munn,
61 yards.
and the Jaguars. The defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5.
14, Patriots 9. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
So the Patriots now down by 5, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Looking to throw. May. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He's got Henry.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got room.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw. That's caught by Diggs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Another toe free, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots, taking it right down Broadway. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle perhaps to win this ball game.
So now the Pats offense comes on. They'll try for the 2-point conversion.
The Patriots will line up for
They're going to try and throw for it. And now it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth.
14.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready. 11. Hey, easy. Route. Hey, I'm gun. Get back. Come on, boys. Let's top them up.
A final shot now for Lawrence. That is caught by Hunter. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.